Yeah. 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 Sodium stars on a fisheye sky. Freeway ribbons with an engine side. Blueprint pupils with a tungsten gleam. I watermark fate in a drumline dream. Mailbox moons, alleyway priest. Blessing the curb with a chrome god feast. G-funk mist with a citrus bite. 808 avalanches rewire the night. Ruthless punches from the sub, no mercy, bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fang. Menace assists like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't rent crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood. I learned my math on a bus stop bench. Counting the dents in a paycheck trench. Empty pockets talk compound wheel. Stacked each note till the yes stood still. Graffiti planet spinning on brick. Every tag of him, every drip a tick. Silence is currency, I stash it deep. Spend it on patience while the loud men sleep. I don't sell thunder, I can't conduct. Don't trade my lane for a shortcut truck. If fake palms aces with a cheetah's grin. I cut that deck with a temper hard and pen. Torquing my breath, angles in mind. I mill raw hours in the gears that grind. Blueprint knuckles, graphite valves. I punch time cards in the then and now. Snare draws chalk on the boulevard's face. Kick right stitch, shoots a negative space. If doubt subpoenas the life I breathe, I follow counter clean, calm. Loveless punches from the sub, no mercy, bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fang. Menacing seas like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't rent crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I'll plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood. Clock got slick, so I snapped this hand. Bent minutes straight till the hours would stand. Ledger and charcoal, entries of pain. Debits and thunder, credits in rain. Mentors will meet us with red lit eye. Charging by grit under sodium sky. We swap bread for blueprints, truth for screws. Both in the future, we refuse to lose. I keep my circle like a vinyl's core. Only the needle in the day one's roar. Trust is a safe with a triplet tone. Miss one chime like leave it alone. I trim my crew like a sailing squalls. No slack ropes, no panic stalls. Storms don't scare a captain's brain. They polish the hull, they widen the lane. Hi-hat shimmer like hospital lights. City goes quiet for a surgeon slice. We flatline fear for a measured beat. Shock hope, back with an iron heat. Kids in the window trace clouds with tape. I fold my schedule in the lighthouse shape. Every tick beams home through mist. Arrive with honor, non-negotiable list. Rear view sirens, Beto scars. I change 2 lanes and unhook bars. Never let yesterday drive my wrist. I signed a day with a callous twist. I was the skip in a thrifted record. Pick pop loop till the needle record. Lifted the arm, clean dust from the soul. Dropped it again, now the groove runs whole. Billboard's young, clock out breathe. I clock in twice to the craft I weave. Not for applause or borrowed flame. For the quiet proof behind my name. Let the sense sketch wolves on tinted chrome. Let the kick pass verdicts, the fakes disown. If not in voices hours I never owed. I stamp contested and reclaim my load. Just from the sub, no mercy, bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fang. Innocent sense like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't rent crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood. Palm ribs rattle in a marine layer hem. Gold fog polish on a tie rub rim. I map my piece like a Harvard grid. Mark crosswinds, no tourist ever did. Friends turn fog when the gray ran steep. Oaks stay rooted where the valves run deep. We lift our beams in a whisper parade. Let trends shout loud, our pillars get laid. I don't buy crowns from algorithm priests. I feast on hours like slow cooked beast. 10,000 nails in a stubborn roof. Each one hammered with living proof. When hillside glass repeats my tone, it's only the city breed returning alone. I paid in Brit, then balancing scars. Collected in calm beneath stubborn stars. Ocean eyes, wrinkles from a neon sky. I count wins by the reasons why. Not luck, not noise, not counterfeit fame. Discipline's drum in a first name flame. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, I say yo what it will in a wide tight string. Hardcore post with a time lock brand. West Coast oath in a diamond hand.
of those steps echo boots and chants. Laws written code in the language of grants. City Hall smiles through a veiled glass wall. Freedom on paper, but not for all. Campaign ads with a preacher's tone. Preach justice cheap on the microphone. We bleed for ballots, march for breath. Trade hope for headlines, still outrun death. Politics talk, but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the stage. March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Write our truth where they miss the name. Filibuster sermons, polished and neat. While schools go hungry down March Street. Public funds in a trickle-down rain. We patch our roofs with minimum pain. Corporate smiles with a hand in the jar. Talk equality, but not too far. Vote counts vanish like chalk on wet. Promises cash that the poor don't get. They quote Lincoln when the cameras gleam, but skip our cries from the same old dream. They pass reforms with a lobby's brush, while nurses faint in the city crush. We don't wait for the system to heal. We build from dust with a homemade steel. Policy slow, but hunger fast. We craft a future meant to last. Politics talk, but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the stage. March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Write our truth where they miss the name.
Congress dress code, blue ties, red ties. Same old hands in different guys. Campaign checks like baptism rain. Washing off guilt, maintaining change. We stand in lines 10 blocks too long. Balance thin, but our faith stays strong. From Selma Dirt to DC halls, we been ghosts in marble walls. Media flash when the protests bleed. Cut the mic when we start to lead. They love our struggle, not our plan. Love our rhythm, not our stand. We speak of justice, they are the tone. Call it radical when we want our own. Tax breaks high, food stamps thin. The math ain't right, but we still begin. We ain't waiting for saviors in suits. We plant new laws with grassroots roots. Mayors talk equity, show us proof. We want ceilings gone, not just the roof. City to city, we link our pain. Turn protest signs into power chain. Vote strike, build repeat, till justice stand on both her feet. Now we code our rights in a digital flame. Hack the gatekeepers at their own game. Zoom town halls with a muted mic. Still we push, still we strike. Community boards in a barber's chair. We draft reform in the open air. Mama's church turns to policy lab. Kids chant change while they hold a tab. Lobby money versus working hands. We stack our people, they stack the brand. But ties don't ask for permissions, nah. We move by pulse, by pain, by God. Every vote we cast is a brick and light. Every name they drop, we write in spite. We ain't statistics and they plan. We the future, they can't ban. Politics talk, but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the stage. March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Write our truth where they miss the name. When the flag folds tight and the protest flame, we hum our anthem, not their game. No more waiting for the tables call. We're building a nation that feeds us all. Not blue, not red, but the color of dawn. The hue of struggle that's never gone. If power forgets what people do, the streets remember and start anew. Neon haze over palms and wire. Chrome sewn night with a furnace fire. Blueprint focus with a tungsten edge. I sign my oath on the freeway ledge. Sirens conduct the metronome rain. 808 thunder tattooing my name. Menacing sense like a hawk in the dive. When the kick lands hard, every block comes alive. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808s bite. Dark G-funk baseline swallowing the night. Menaces and razors carved through smoke. Street war drums where it's still unspoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I cash those days. From curb in the crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron
iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. I learned math from the drought and the dust. Counted the L's till the total said trust. Turned cold alleys into revenue streams. Mapped each fear, then I paved new seams. Low rider gospel in the candy coat hymn. Gold flake truce at the brim so grim. Mentors were meters on the red lit street. Charging by grit till my dues ran free. Silence taught tactics that chatter can't touch. I built foundations that don't need crutch. Every closed door became lumber and screws. Now the skyline echoes the routes I choose. I don't buy crowns with applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a well-did piece. If fate stacks decks with a thumb on the deal, I split those cards with a tempered steel. Palm draw claws on the satin sky. Snare marks lines where the ghosts walk by. If doubt sells fear in a counterfeit frame, heat up the stamp, let the tin confess shame. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808s bite. Dog G-funk baseline, swallow in the night. Innocence and razors carved through smoke. Street war drums where the steel unspoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I cash those days. From curb in the crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. Clock fought dirty, so I broke its hand. Bent every minute till the hours would stand. Ledger of trials with receipts and ink. Spilled a few pints, but I never would sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the wave gets tall, knees low as I calm. Surf that crest like a song in my palm. I keep my circle like a pressure set ring. Only the Lord, you can hear that ping. Trust is a safe with a triple coat spine. You miss one digit, you're out that line. Haters toss rumors like nickels and wells. We fund real bridges, they pocketbook tails. Success moves quiet like cats on the rail. No fanfare needed when freight don't derail. Let the sin paint teeth on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws the fakes can't pass. If the night puts chalk on the street for names, we blaze them bright with them burrow flames. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping but I tightened my grips. Now the wax glides smooth on the west side run. Mirror bright hood in the lavender sun. From thrift store jackets to tailored intent. From wait your turn to I signed the ring. Paper was scarce but the wheel was thick. We framed our future with a craftsman's pick. I mapped my piece like a captain's chart. Mark each reef that can split my heart. Steer between rocks with a seasoned grace. Storms make sailors, not docks in place. I don't sail thunder, I can't control. Don't lease my worth to a borrowed road. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808s bite. Dog G-funk baseline, swallow in the night. Innocence and razors carved through smoke. Street war drums where the steel unspoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I cash those days. From curb in the crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. Kids in the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me weave hope on a talk tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Deadlines honest each box in line. Friends turn fog when the hill got steep. Kept few oaks with their roots cut deep. We lift steel beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we build the grade. If the past throws hooks from the rear view glare, I change that lane with a calm cold stare. No whiplash pride, no mirror fair rage. Just cruise control faith and a fresh new page. Gold script sunset, rice credits in chrome. City says earn and it reads like home. Throne name views, it's the hours I bled. It's careless palms and a clear cool head. When the red sun spills in an ocean bowl, I count my miles by the 10%. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. No imitation, just pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time like brand. West Coast Post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand.
Rain writes cursive on the precinct glass. Scan the crackle, midnight mass. Badge like a mirror, oath like a drum. Too kinda quiet when the sirens come. Grandma at the window with a whisper song. Dispatcher maps chaos in the borrowed calm. Boots hit concrete, heartbeat cold. Which way mercy, which way road? Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If laws are promised, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Graveyard tour, paper cup steam. Coffee and conscience, share one team. Some pin badges for a mentor's call. Some chase pensions, some chase the brawl. Body cam looking like a wrestler's side. Policy thick as a winter sky. Door knock noise, then voice a slash. You can save a life or make it ash. Power's voltage, grounded clean. Led with the de-escalating scene. Ask for names before you name the threat. Can I help his armor? You won't regret.
If fear's the fuse and pride's the spark, train the hand that holds the dark. Culture still beneath the ink. Fix the code by how you think.
Blue lights spin the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up, truth, hands down, rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. We want patrols that know our names. Coach the kids, diffuse the flames. Barbershop roll call, corner store nod. Less parade armor, more walking guide. Mental health crisis, send trained crews. Social workers, medics, not just blues. Publish your numbers, open the file. Discipline real, not a wink and a smile. No hush NDA for the breaks you make. Good cops glow and bad habits shake. Neighborhood councils with actual say. Budget with people, not PR day. Call. What's a shield when trust is thin? Response with receipts and the courage within. Call. How do we mend what history told? Train reform and listen more. Call. Where does safety finally start? At the policy and in the heart. I've seen a night, so pay for lunch. I've seen a night collapse with one wrong punch. Filmed to stop that bled in the trend. Held a friend who didn't mend. Accountability isn't hate, it's air. Breath for the job to be just and fair. Qualified trust is earned, not owed. The oath is a bridge you walk with the load. Community cameras aren't your foe. They're lighthouse beams that help you roll. When you get it right, the city sings. When you get it wrong, the siren stings. Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up, truth, hands down, rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Recruit by character, not just saying. Test for the bias you can't name. Role play heat to calm feels true. Measure restraint like heroes do. Rotate beats so blind as fate. Pair with the teams for crisis aid. Units for safety, not for shields that bury facts. The footage yields. Promote the sergeants who turn off flames. Reward the choices that save more names. Dawn wipes sirens from the window pane. Street sweeps up the night's refrain. If justice is blind, let mercy steer. Lead with the question that brings us near. Write the vow on curb and cord. Dignity first in every report. When law means love in the public square, the safest city is the one that's fair.
Neon tide on the west side grid. Chrome T-City with 1,000 bids. Blueprint focused like a tungsten blade. I signed my vow where the streets remade. G-Funk fog over canyon lanes. 808 thunder tattooing names. Menacing sins where the predator glide. When the kick hits hard, every doubt steps aside.
Hardcore West Coast for the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Send knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plane. I counted rain in a drought of hope. Measured the climb by a Freight Street rope. Turn lock gates in the rails and screws. Built new doors with my scar stitch truths. Low rider gospel and candy paint hymns. Oil rain halos where the neon swims. Mentors with meters that tax my grit. I paid in sweat till the debt went split. I map my fear like a coastline reef. Mark each snag with a captain's brief. Swell gets tall, I lower my stance. Breath on tempo in a bulletproof dance. I don't rent crowns from applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a welded piece. If face stacks decks with his thumb on deals, I cut that pack with a cold work steel. Snare rice chalk where the street keeps score. Kick draws lines from the stoop to the shore. If doubt sells fog in a counterfeit crown. Heat test metal, watch the fake melt down. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Send knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends.
Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Clock swung cheap, so I broke his hands. Bent every minute to the hours withstand. Ledger of trials in the carbon black ink. Spilled a few pints but refused to sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the sirens sing, I don't lose pace. I tune my post to the kicks embrace. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal hear that ping. Trust is a vault with a triple coat spine. Miss one digit and you're out the line. Quiet ambition is a steel that's safe. I don't give rent to a tenant named hate. I farm my calm like a hillside vine. Patience and grind in the gold thread twine. Let the sin draw fangs on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws, pretenders can't pass. If the night wants dues, I didn't agree. I bill it interest in late night fees. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I strengthened my grip. Now the wax roll smooth on a westbound arc. Lavender dusk on a gold thread spark. From thrift store coats to tailored intent. From wait your turn to we sign the rent. Paper was scarce but the wheel ran deep. We bought our future with labor and sleep. I chart my piece like a pilot's map. Crosswinds mark where the doubts clap back. Throttled by breath, altitude by nerve. Storms make sailors, not docks that swerve. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Every box honest, every deadline fine. Friends turn fog when the grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with the roots cut deep. We race still beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we lift the grade. Rear view ghosts try to hook my name. I changed that lane with a surgeon's aim. No mirror rage, no exhaust fed fuel. Just cruise control, purpose and gratitude. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. No gilded lies, only pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast Post, iron in the hand.
Yeah.
Sodium rain on the pawn shop strip. Late bus weeds with a busted lip. Grandma's hymn in a stove warm room. Steam draws halos in the window bloom. Rent due letters like a brass parade. Shoebox savings in the closet braid. History heavy as a cast iron valve. We flip that skillet. Feed hope now. If the weight gets loud, we carry and sing. Beat grief to a drum, give pain a win. Black as a baseline, bright as a flare. We plan tomorrow in exhausted air. And still working, and still raised. Faith on empty, courage unfazed. Say our names, hold no edit, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost. Red line borders like fences of ink. Mortgage know why the taxes link. Heater by the oven on a frostbit night. Blanket forts pitched under street light white. Sirens rehearse in the rear view jaw. 10 and 2, tongue holds law. Yes, officer with a careful tone. Goal of the drive, make it home. Corner store dinner, ramen and rice. Auntie makes miracles twice on a slice. News calls monsters what hunger made. We write mercy where shame gets sprayed. Ring door prayers, porch like codes. Mutual aid down weathered roads. 2 carts shared like 50 strong. We pass the blessing along. If the dice roll crooked and the table tilt, we bring our tools and rebuild what's built. We don't beg thunder to change its tone. We braid umbrellas from what we own. If the weight gets loud, we carry and sing. Beat grief to a drum, give pain a wing. Black as a baseline, bright as a flare. We plan tomorrow in exhausted air. Hands still working, hands still raised. Faith on empty, courage unfazed. Say our names, hold no edit, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost.
Lunch tickets printed like lottery slips. Textbooks torn with the tape on the tips. Leaky roof choir over algebra shame. Steel chart Saturn in chalk dust flame. HBCU dream in a thrifted coat. Pale Grant stitched like a victory note. Tassel turns, mama's knees say thanks. First gen thunder and folding bank ranks. HR smiles with a culture quiz. We trim our names till the scanner says is. Code switch tongue for a door that's thin. Excellence folded in a coffee tin. Graveyard shift with a side hustle prayer. Hot spot glow on a midnight stare. Stack small yes into mortgage keys. Hang first dart where the landlord sees. Who holds roof when the storm runs mean? Response. Aunties with pots in the countertop lean. Who braids hope when the block says no? Respond. Braiders and barbers with word of mouth flow. What keeps time when the clocks don't care? Drumline faith in the public square. County clinic with a plastic chair hem. Pole socks blinking like fight not dim. Food desert aisles with sugar for cure. We read the labels and quietly endure. Court mail stacks by the kitchen sink. Bail like a mountain, wage like a blink. We pass the plate till a brother's free. Lobby choir hums in a stubborn key. Say Brianna Fool, say Trayvon Ho. Candle wax rivers, a nation's soul. Strollers and sneakers in a midnight row. Feet file motions the court should know. Know your rights cards in a denim fold. Group text bloom when the sirens scold. We map our safety and block by block. Check on each other, knock then knock.
If the weight gets loud, we carry and sing. Beat grief to a drum, give pain a wing. Black as a baseline, bright as a flare. We plan tomorrow in exhausted air. Hands still working, hands still raised. Faith on empty, courage unfazed. Say our names whole, no edit, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost.
Granddad's knuckles were gospel and brick. Built whole rooms from a hymn and a pick. Grandma's ledger ran casserole math. Fed 5 families down one narrow path. Black girl CFO with a coiled up crown. Line item love holds a whole block down. Black boy coder in a night shift glow. Push new worlds through a firewall snow. Nurse on call with a 30-hour heart. Teacher with tape making library start. Father on Zoom with a toddler class. Mother on mute moving mountains of glass. We want more life than survival scenes. Policy, muscle, and collective means. Budget the love that the spreadsheets miss. Sign it in ink, legislators can't twist.
When the moon clocks out and buses yawn, we count bright reasons to press on. Not borrowed shine or algorithm fame. Just grit, backbone, and a first name flame. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, we say choir-fed lungs and a lion ring. Black as a baseline, bright as a crown. American rooted, we won't back down.
Street lights hits like hot grease popping. Front porch prayers keep the backlash stopping. Grandma's vinyl on a needle of hope. Blue note moon with a Sunday best coat. Mailbox gossip, barbershop law. Clipper fade wisdom in a tight skin draw. Choir rope breeze on the back row pew. Baseline butter when the saints come through. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band bones. Black top sermons turn cracks to thrones. 808 thunder with a choir in the core. We fight in rhythm and we heal on the floor. Hands to the sky, 2 feet in the ground. Turn heavy, hits the degree in the gold brick sound. Say my name plain, no discount crown. I came up swinging, I don't back down. Mama stressed a dollar like a Sunday dress. Pressed out the wrinkles, still look blessed. Aunties on the stoop with a peach cobbler laugh. Uncle kept time on a domino graph. Juneteenth banners on the cul-de-sac breeze. Kids jump rope singing ABCs. HBCU cadence in a ribcage drum. Snare line clean when the pep bands come. I learned my math on the rent due clock. Counted each second till the fear turned stock. Patch cold nights with a thrift store flame. Sign my oath in the government name. Corner store rings with a bell so thin. Coupon choir say come on in. We flipped the struggle like a B-side cut. Made hope spin smooth where the groove got stuck. If they load those dice with a
rigged up till we sand that table and rebuild what's built. No pleas for the storms that stole our sun. We march with tubers till the clouds go numb. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band bone. Blacktop sermons turn cracks to thrones. 808 thunder with a choir in the court. We fight in rhythm and we heal on the floor. Hands to the sky, 2 feet in the ground. Turn heavy history read in the gold brick sound. Say my name plain, no discount crown. I came up swinging, I don't back down. Granddad's palms like kill bake brick. Build whole rooms from a hymn in the pit. Told me keep truth where the price gets steep. Don't point your tongue, just a bargain for sleep. We had shoebox banks by the radiator hum. Pennies learn patience, then dollars will come. Quiet direction to count 1, 2, 3. Every amen set a prisoner free. Black boy joy with a crease in the ones. Still two-stepping where the trouble runs. Block party grills in a crate top DJ. Cookout smoke spelling we okay. Industry doors kept saying later, so I built the lobby out the service elevator. Posted my lines on a plywood stage, now the whole zip code chant my page. Call who hold steady when the night gets loud. We aspire, we hold steady, shoulders proud. What's the armor when the rumor got teeth? Faith in the middle and truth underneath. What's the plan when the road says halt? Pray then pivot, make grace the vault. Deacon with a limp, still stomps on 2. Tambourine thunder, shake a doubt in you. Usher with a fan on a gossip breeze. Holy Ghost step in your house, no knees. We plant little gardens in the windowsill. Turn small greens to a big time meal. Sister with a LSC, satin and grit. Edges on point, P&L legit. I'm a slow cook groove in a pressure pot world. Oak barrel voice with the flag unfurled. Write contracts down in a backbone font. Promise myself the future I want. If yesterday calls with a house robe tone, let it keep ringing, I'm grown on my own. New day jacket with a custom fit. Double stitch courage in the World's Fair kit. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band bone. Blacktop sermons turn cracks to thrones. 808 thunder with a choir in the core. We fight in rhythm and we heal on the floor. Hands to the sky, 2 feet in the ground. Turn heavy history in the gold brick sound. Say my name plain, no discount crown. I came up swinging, I don't back down. Black girl magic with press on crowns. Boardroom glide in the hand-me-downs. Cousin with the lokes like a comet's tail. Rice whole books in a county fair jail. We invest in hugs like a dividend tree. Pay out love on a tax-free spree. Barbershop choir hum stay true. Line up faith when the fade looks new. Bitches on Friday, church shoes clean. Saturday scrimmage, Sunday serene. We turn our scars to a marching band chart. Every note paid with a working class heart. When the sun clocks in through a rusted blind, we count bright reasons for a sharpened mind. Not borrow shine or secondhand praise. We write our names in the labor of days. If tomorrow asks what weapon you bring, I say quiet fed breath in the lion wing. Black as a baseline, bright as a crown. American rooted, we don't back down. We don't back down. We don't back down. We don't back down. Don't back down.